Yo, what up guys? Parse Productions back at you with the back nine of MVP double skins. We got James and Josh putting on a pretty good show for everyone here. Throwing a lot of good drives, making a lot of good putts. I'm joined here by the one and only Cale Leiviska.
Hello guys, good to be back for the back nine. And we jump right into it on hole 10 with a $700 skin. That is what you want to play for when you're playing these skins matches. It's fun when it builds up like this, and this is not an easy shot.
Yeah, this is a really good hole to have a lot of skins on the line because this is quite a score separator. There's only a few players in the field even that can get to this hole. In the circle or circle 2.
I know, it says 520 feet. It probably in actual distance is a little shorter than that, but it definitely plays that far because it's so severely uphill.
It could even play 550. It's such a rip.
James is definitely one who does have the power to get up there.
Yeah, with that height, it's going to be hard. But, you know, he climbed really far up that hill still with how high that disc was. Yeah. Pretty incredible. I know I watched Chris personally play this hole a little bit this weekend, and he's been crushing him up there as well. But
yeah, you can see James absolutely smashed that one, and it looks like he's still probably about 70, 80 short.
Yeah, just crazy far hole. Ooh, bringing the tree into play here.
It's a great tournament hole, though, in my opinion, because you really have to go for a lot off the drive, and when you do that, you bring in, spraying it, you can either pull it right or kind of saw it off left and hit that early tree in the middle. So,
yeah, this team did two of the most common mistakes: sawing off early into the guardian tree and flipping over to the trees, but it actually full flights over it, all the Christmas trees to about a 80-foot maybe look.
Yeah, for me personally, I was trying to play this shot just low and fast and hopefully get like a nice 30 or 40-foot skip and try to get myself like on the edge of the circle. But I know some of these biggest arms are getting up there and parking it.
Yeah, it was pretty incredible to watch people putting this in circle 1 or even up to the castle itself. But I know myself, I was only barely getting into circle 2, but feeling pretty good about it still.
You said you saw Chris getting up there for it?
This exact OGD1, I think, was what he's throwing on it.
Oh.
Just smashing it.
Oh yeah, that's a heater.
That is crushed. It's crazy.
Wow. Oh
my God, the guy throws so far.
That's how you do it.
That's that low penetrating distance shot that really helps you climb up hills like that.
And this is big too. This is for, again, $700.
Yeah, this is definitely.
They're the only team that's in the circle 1. So.
Ooh, Josh definitely wanted to give it a run still.
Josh is doing a little mini throw in. I'm sure James will be putting it with his long distance jump putts.
Yeah, Josh is one of the best players in the world at that little short 100-foot throw in attempts, in my opinion. James with a huge jumper. Wow, plenty of distance.
Hey, here's some pressure. We got Cam and Jared. They're gonna have to put this in, otherwise Chris and Nick are getting the big money.
Oof, didn't really even give it a chance there. Alrighty, let's see if Cam can save him here with his jumper. I don't know how he's going to be feeling about it. Oh, wow.
No.
That was rising up too, had that nose up, float to it, but
it was just low.
Just off the top of the nubs, wow. It's a close putt.
Yeah, these guys are inside the circle, but this is still definitely no gimme.
Yes, you got to get over the castle without hitting the band, still a tricky putt. A little bit of wind too.
Yeah, if you're Dickerson, you're hoping Nick will make this so he doesn't have to do it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great putt by Nick.
There we go.
Yeah.
These guys are getting on the board in a big way.
That's a really big move there to get a hole like this. Definitely should deserving of a few skins. They're going to be taking the overall total lead here now at 780.
Yeah, big time. Then
pretty impressive.
When you're playing in these skins matches, when you win something big like that, it's almost like the pressure's off. Now you can kind of have fun and just run some stuff and try to win some more money. But once you get on the board, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, I bet they're stoked.
And this is...
Oh, wow, that's a very understable driver.
Yeah, this is a big shot, a similar shot to hole 1 where you have a downhill drive where you just get to pretty much open up. You do
Yeah, you barely can worry about the tree line on the right. Maybe the left. It's really hard to get to the left, but you definitely could flip over, end up in the tree line on the right. Or pretty much just being short is the only place you don't want to be. If you can get 400 feet, it's a pretty routine par 4. Especially, it looks like they're in the shorts right now.
So Maple Hill is also a Christmas tree farm, and people can come out to this huge property, and they have the right to select any tree that they want. So I know a lot of the disc golfers that live in the area will come out here and pick a tree that has given them troubles in the past.
It sounds like my kind of course.
So these fairways do change ever so slightly every year when we come back, because you never know where people are going to grab their trees from. And I know this is a shot that James looks forward to. You get to unleash.
Yeah, not much run up compared for normal James, but really smashing that one.
Yeah, that's a good flight.
Landed in pretty much the ideal spot, that big open green patch is.
Yeah, and on this one they're actually playing to the short pin, so you know, pretty much anywhere these guys land their drives, as long as they're not in the woods, they'll be able to have a fairly simple approach to this one. But the CTP for this hole is on their approach shot, so you know, in this pin position, I guess it's technically possible for someone to get up for a putt.
Yeah, that would be quite a smash, but doable with the downhill.
Yep, here's where we're playing. The basket we play in the tournament is another couple hundred feet past this.
What was that? J2.
You have the little backstop almost behind the basket. It's runnable in doubles here, but we'll see how greedy these guys get. That looks like a proto PA4 by Cam.
There we go.
Nice shot.
Secure the 3. This is a fun...
Ooh, Josh.
Oh my gosh.
Throwing his either KC Pro AVR or KC Pro Rock right off the pole there.
Nice. He just headed a little deep.
Wow.
Looks like he might be CTP.
Green light for James for sure.
He's
pulling it a little bit, but...
This is a tricky little green position. We don't play this for the tournament, like I said, but yeah, it's kind of nestled in this mountain, so if you run it, you could go past the basket. If you come up short, you'll be putting back up at it.
Kind of in the edge of the woods there for Masters and Dickerson, but this looks like they have step out forehands, or even a backhand here by Chris.
I'm kind of surprised Nick didn't opt for the backhand too. It looks like they got plenty of space.
Seems like Nick just seems to enjoy the forehand more forehand dominant player. Looks like there'll be some easy cleanups here for birdie 3s.
Yeah, looks like Josh's shot that went off the pole got them the CTP. And we're pushing, carrying over $200 to hole 12. And we're headed to hole 12, which is usually a par 4 for us in the tournament, but we're playing to a shorter pin here, but it's still a very long drive. It's pretty much 500 foot of distance you got to get. And it's kind of perched on the hill, so it's easy to hyzer off and kind of skip down the hill away from the basket. It's really hard to get this one close.
Yeah, this is a really tricky shot off the tee. You want to have a lot of turnover angle on your pretty overstable distance driver, but it's really easy to turn over too much into the Christmas trees or hyzer out, like Cale said, down the hill. So it's a really good hole design, really playing with the elevation the whole time.
That's a pretty good shot. It looks like they're about 50, 55 feet.
Yeah, very good first line. Usually the wind gets pretty ripping on these last 2 holes. It's easy to tell. There's not a lot of guardian trees.
If you can put your drive at this shorter basket, you're going to be in a prime position to be attacking the normal hole, which you then have to hit a tunnel downhill putter shot too. But yeah, I know from experience this is a far drive to get to where this basket is. I think if I could come here and pick a Christmas tree, I'd pick one of these Christmas trees right off the tee on this one that's right in your face.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely saw a few of those trees taking some discs last summer.
Yep, those pines that I'm talking about right there keep growing up, so you keep having to throw your drive higher and higher to get it over them.
Yep. Josh is fading down the hill a little bit. This looks like a
that's a
decent
good rip.
move on the driver here. It's coming out a little early, but
Yeah, that should putt. He'll have uphill look from maybe 60 feet or so.
yeah, not bad at all. Good place to putt from.
Cam's got to flip this one, and
that's gonna be falling out way left.
So we got Cam and Jared who are playing great, but still haven't won any skins yet. I know they might have an opportunity to get on the board here.
Pretty good conservative try by Josh there.
Yeah, this is a severely uphill putt, and for the people that may not have ever been to Maple Hill and only seen it on videos, you really don't appreciate how elevated everything is until you're here. Would you agree to that one?
Yeah, any putt that hits the cage here definitely has a possibility of rolling 100 feet down the hill.
See if Cam can get one.
Oh, did not want that one.
No, I know. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, so I think, Chris and Nick are within these guys, so
Yeah, they're going to be CTP on Circle's Edge there. Which if I know Chris, definitely is a fan of Circle's Edge. Oh, wow. Good try there.
just low. So these guys will have a putt to win a couple $100.
Looks like they're putting tailwind too.
There
That's a
you
nice
go.
Nick's
Nick.
just cleaning up some easy skins. Like you were saying, they had no pressure on them. They just got another 2-pack.
Yeah, that's about $1,000 worth of putts for Nick in the last couple holes.
Yeah. Exactly $1,000. Not bad. Hope you're pretty happy with that before the tournament's even started and they're already up.
So let's try to get Cam and Jared on the board here for a skin. We're playing hole 13. Another one of my favorite shots. I know I've said that a couple times,
Yeah,
but
right. So many signature holes, but this is definitely a signature one. This is such a fun shot to throw downhill.
it is. You have to hit a tunnel about like 250 feet off the tee going downhill, and then you got to find a way to throw a straight disc that's going to push straight to the basket. It's easy to hyzer one off, and it's easy to have the disc keep turning right, but to have that perfect flight straight is definitely an art that only the best can really replicate.
Yeah, it's really such a demanding shot because, like Cale said, you need the understable disc that is just uncorking the whole time on hyzer while coming down the hill. It cannot.
Pretty much like this line.
Yeah,
It
this
might
is
be a
almost
little
perfect.
right, but that's perfect. If you can get yourself down in that little ditch by that bridge, you're about 20, 25 feet away.
Yeah, not bad at all. It's in the circles. Job well done. Josh looks like he's going fairway driver. Everyone else is going mids, but
Yeah, I like that play if that's what you're comfortable with, because you can just throw it nice and low and hope for a little bit of a forward skip rather than getting the height under it and maybe hyzering off or something.
yeah, I've seen James going putter, completely different end of the spectrum, trying to get that late flip.
Yeah, let's see.
Didn't have enough body English, so that's getting way left on him.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when you throw this shot perfectly, this tee shot, I think it's one of the most beautiful flights in the whole course when you can actually just hit that gap perfectly.
Yeah, it is truly unique.
Let's see if these guys can force a push, because we already got a couple decently close.
Yeah, this has got to be one of my favorite Nova tee shots in disc golf in the United States right now.
Yeah, I'll bet you like to just start that on the hyzer and kind of let the disc just push straight.
Slight hyzer, and it's just going down the whole time. And maybe when it gets about 350, it starts to break right even and just start to barely flip towards the basket, which is pretty incredible.
Where were Jared's putting from?
Ooh, wow.
I know we saw Macbeth
Yeah.
hit a long putt from about this distance in the final round of 2018 Maple Hill Open.
Yeah, Cale and I actually were playing on that card together on the last. We were on probably like our second to last hole, and just heard the crowd erupt on a backup on 17.
That's
That
right.
was just gnarly. Probably like 5 cards on 17, and we just heard quite a commotion going on over here.
That's right. I know Paul and James were having a pretty intense battle. I think there might have been someone else in there, but I can't really remember. But
yeah, pretty crazy.
Good for the spectators.
Oh yeah, lots of good spectators out here in Massachusetts area to come watch. There's a lot of good folks out here.
So we got Josh here with a long putt. If he doesn't hit this, Chris and Nick might be free rolling another one.
Oh wow, such a tight putt there.
So here we got Masters, who's already hit a couple big money putts.
Licking his chops right here, 25 feet for another $100, and they got the CTP by at least 40 feet now.
If this was me, all I'd be thinking is, do not miss this short. Just fire this thing nice and hard and give it a chance.
Oh, hit the second putt over the nubs, but in the basket.
These guys, the rich get richer.
Yep, Nick Dollar Bills Masters.
These guys are eating tonight.
Not bad.
Yeah, these guys are taking a pretty commanding lead, and I know I've said it about 6 times, but now we're at another one of the most beautiful holes on the course.
Oh yeah, this is.
What do you do on this one?
This is such a scenic hole. I mean, I like to get greedy and really park this hole because the putt is so scary. But if you can make that putt, it is one of the best feelings in disc golf. If you make a 30 to 40 foot putt towards the water on this hole, because it is the definition of a death putt.
Yeah.
If you miss any metal, you're not going to stay in bounds. You're going out of bounds. If you truly ran your putt and didn't hit metal, but.
And Noah's talking about the putt. I mean, to even get yourself to a 30, 35 footer is no easy task.
Right.
This hole, if you want to throw the perfect tee shot, you really gotta, for a right-handed player, put yourself over the lake the whole way. Trust a disc. The most common miss on this is to hyzer off too early and go down the hill.
Which
pretty
you can
much
find another lake.
What we're seeing down there. And you know, it's a common play because people are trying to stay away from the water, but it completely takes the 2 out of the play. And you know, on this course, there's not a lot of birdie opportunities, and this is one that I personally try to go for.
Yeah, I agree. I usually end up with a birdie or bogey. You know, it's a hard. If you're gonna play for par, it's a really hard hole to play for par. You really kind of have to go for it. It seems like. Like if you do lay up, it's kind of just pushing the disc straight on hyzer and kind of trying to push up the hill flat because coming early.
This looks a little low.
Ooh, yeah.
And yeah, even if you skip in and hit the land and go back in, you're still going into the drop zone. So you got to be safe or you're going to the drop zone.
Which is still like 150 feet on the peninsula of the.
This looks like a decent line. He got it out nice and wide.
Yeah, that's that safer play that I'm talking about. Playing up to the hill, bulk of the land.
But you can see the
Sits
putt.
a little nicer, but definitely not a reasonable putt to be running.
Yeah, that putt that you got coming back, you'll be running that hard in dubs. But
yeah,
when it comes to tournament time,
you really need to take your medicine on some of these up shots here.
I know over the years I've put a couple in the lake on this hole.
Oh wow, what a great run that was by Nicholas. Just
all
sorts of greedy.
These guys are far away. I mean,
all sorts of greedy. They already are up so much money. And just headwind 65, 70 feet.
And you can see they got Cam, who's being a good sportsman and waiting behind the basket and trying to stop it in case it's going to go in.
Oh wow, they both stay.
They both hit metal.
That's incredible.
Well, the 3 is secured, so. Oh gosh.
Wow, good thing Cam's there to grab that one.
Cam's got good hands.
Partner laughs that one off.
But again, you know, if both these putts go in the water, then someone's got to push the 3.
Oh, just
no.
barely too flat on the right side. Just falls out.
Yeah, I wanted him to make that so they could get on the board.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is a
This is
par
for
putt, right?
No, this is for birdie. This is for skinny.
Okay.
Yeah, James is gonna have a chance to clean this up. Oh wow, just still he's a little bit on the weak side right now from like 28, 30
You know
feet.
what? I wonder if Josh's putt like stuck into the shore under these logs, which could have happened. There you go.
There, beautiful looking putt. I like Josh's putt's always so flat when it enters the basket.
Yeah. I've been playing with Josh for over a decade, and his putt has looked almost identical since I met the guy.
Josh, don't fix it if it's not broken.
No.
Yeah, the first time I ever went to California to play the Masters Cup 2 years ago, Josh Anthon picked me up walking between the two courses, and he asked if I needed a ride, and he's like, "Yeah, you can sit next to my son Noah in the back." I was like, "Oh."
No way.
I was like, "Oh, that's fine, Auntie. Nice to meet you, sir." And ever since then, I've seen him say hi to all the events. He's a great guy.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to see Josh out and about.
Oh yeah, super glad to have him.
You got second place at the World Championships again in 2018, right?
I believe so.
I think he did, yeah. And I know he's gotten second place
Yeah,
maybe 3 or 4 other times, so he's due for
two coming up soon.
a run at a World Championship. I know this year the World Championships are in Peoria too, which Josh won at a couple years ago, so he feels good about that.
Yeah, I'll definitely be excited to see how he does next year.
Hole 15. This is a shot that most players I think are going to be throwing mid-range. Some people will throw some fairway drivers.
Yeah, kind of a dealer's choice. Another typical Maple Hill straight shot. Pick your line and execute. It's like Chris is going really unconventional, flexing a overstable fairway driver. Through
Yeah,
the right
that's a
gap.
good play. There's a back door back there.
Yeah, he hits the line perfectly, it looked like.
I actually opted for that for this year as well, and yeah, had some pretty good success with that gap.
Very interesting. It's a little more traditional straight shot, well executed there. Probably M3 or 4.
And Cam's going for the forehand.
Cam,
Okay.
yeah, he's really been liking the forehand on his straight lines today. Wonder what he's throwing for a straight forehand disc. Ooh, getting a little early release, but finding its way through the fairway.
Let's see if these guys can get on the board. This hole with a skin. James and Josh look to be pretty far away.
Yeah, wow, they're quite a difficult spot down there.
And you know what? This is one of the easiest holes on the back nine. But if you do hit early, which you do see some people do, you see people end up in some weird spots down there down left. Yeah. And you can see Josh and James are two of the best players in the world, and that was the best of their 2 shots. So this hole can sneak up on you too.
Cam with another jump putt. Let's see if he can get this one to fall. Oh wow, just barely leaving those low. They have the nose out, but they're just not rising for him.
Wow, so these guys going for another skin. Nick's gonna let Chris go first here and try to win some money for him.
Oh yeah,
Boom.
Too easy. Yeah, I bet they were happy when they got paired up together.
Yeah, these guys know each other pretty well, know each
all
other's
the
games.
time. Yeah, it's nice.
And they get another $120 right there.
The rich get richer.
Come on, I'm rooting for Jared and Cam to get some money here in the last few holes.
They've been having too many highlights to not get a couple bucks here.
Hole 16, man, this is a par 3, probably one of the tougher par 3s you'll ever play. It says 510 feet. There's 2 gaps. One of them is the dead straight gap where you can just see the basket right up the middle. The purest shots, I think, will play this line, but some people do try to turn it over with the flex overstable drive down the right gap, which I have seen work and get up there too, but looks like Chris is going to try to throw something straight here.
Yeah, was that a H3V2?
I think so, and that looks very good, turning a little.
Yeah, that looks like the flexing
Play
play you were talking about gets through everything.
Inside the circle, and
These guys are just putting pressure.
Yeah, they are.
Pressure and pressure on them. Because they are not letting off the gas. Even Nick now throwing it. Looks right down the middle shot. Wow.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Both of them. They just edge of circle one.
Yeah, if you could give me that drive where Nick just went every time, I would take it.
Oh yeah, definitely very affordable hole. If you hit anything coming in with a fast driver, you can kick into the out of bounds. You can kick 100 feet away from the basket. James sending a nice one.
That looks really nice. There we go.
Oh,
CTP.
Perfect. CTP. Wow.
And this hole kind of, for me, signifies how difficult Maple Hill is. You know, this is a hole that if you want to win the tournament, you might have to get this once or twice throughout the tournament. But it's such a difficult technical hole.
Yeah, there's so many just crazy straight shots at this course that just you have to throw like 3 different type of straight discs. You need discs that go 500 feet straight. And you need discs that go 330 feet straight.
Yeah, that's true. This is a hole that's changed the most over the years. In years past, we've actually thrown over the swamp. We played to the right. But the last 3 or 4 years, we played this tunnel shot, which I really enjoy.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the harder par 3s.
All right. Yeah, we're going to need either Cam to throw this in here, or we're going to need Chris or Nick to hit circle's edge putt to push this hole. Because Conrad absolutely parked it.
Oh,
no
wow.
way!
What?
Cam
just blast one green light, he says. If that wasn't hitting the basket, that was going another 150 feet. Wow.
That is so awesome. That a babe Cam.
Ring from bottom to top and back to bottom.
Well, we're at least going to push this one. No worries here.
Thanks, Cam. Well, it's adding to the highlight reel, but still not adding to the cash reel. Oh, Chris just walks up and nonchalantly throws his 30-footer in the basket.
There you go, Cam. Nice. So we haven't had a carryover in a while, so hole 17 is going to be worth a couple $100.
Yeah, I wonder if there'll be 17 in the short here.
And you can see these Par Save Productions diagrams up there. You can see where all the shots land. I really love that.
Oh yeah, they'll be playing this one in the shorts, which is definitely more gettable than.
Oh yeah, so they're going to be playing to a basket that's, yeah, it makes it a par 3 instead of a par 4.
Still a very big rip, bringing the Christmas trees farm back into play a little bit, but we're going uphill instead of downhill this time.
Yeah, that looks like it might be hyzering off a little bit, but
it's a big pull. Definitely a really pretty tee shot. And this is where everyone camps in the back too, behind this tee pad here. And you definitely get a lot of cool groups of people hanging out for the week, having a good time.
Yeah, from this tee pad we can see a lot of the tents back behind us, and ooh, look at this rip.
Oh yep, this looks like it has the distance to get there.
There you go. Look at my putt.
Josh going back to that red Boss or Destroyer.
Yep, I know this one's gonna flip up for him.
Yeah, it got a lot of angle on it. It's gliding.
Oh yeah, that's pushing.
Nice and low, penetrating. CTP for now.
We got Cam Rose right there in the background. He's probably the scorekeeper and money holder. He's one of the Maple Hill local favorites. There we go, James. It's no problem for him.
Yep, great angle on that one. Ooh, Cam grip locking that one a little bit. But he's getting through. He's getting through a lot of stuff today.
You can see in the fairway here, this is another area where people can come pick a beautiful Christmas tree.
Yeah, really sunny hole. Oh, following Cam a little bit, but also
They
getting
both
through.
get through.
Wow, they are just gotta thank their sponsor Vaseline after that one.
Hey, look at they made a way up there. Okay, so they're probably just trying to throw this in
Yeah,
again.
Cam just taking out his trusty forehand throw-in disc. Jumper from his partner. That's a big jumper. It's hard to keep that accurate from that distance.
So I don't think these guys made it inside the circle. They're both going to be on circle's edge, but very makeable putts for these groups.
Oh, just off the cage. Nick's definitely leaving a little low, but usually they're going in.
Yeah, Chris is going to have to hit this. If the other group is closer than this, I think we can chalk it up.
Chris Stepper. Oh.
Just high left.
Yeah, high left barely, but good attempt.
Okay, so these guys are about the same distance,
Yeah.
just a little bit closer.
Edge of circle 2, or edge of circle 1. Oh yeah, I didn't even need to jump it. Not bad.
Solo 2 for James there. Very well
That
done.
might have been Anthon's drive.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because Josh's was turning.
Yeah, but either way, both quality drives from both players.
Boom.
Good pro side putt on Heiser.
It's a thing of beauty. And that was for a couple $100, so
Yeah, they're getting their totals back up to Ty and Chris. And
yeah.
getting close.
Yeah, there we go. They're getting some money for their effort. So we're gonna step up to hole 18, and Jared and Cam got to do this.
Yeah, they really.
We need Cam to throw in something for 2 or something, because we got to get them some money.
Too many highlights.
What's going on with hole 18? This thing's a beast.
This hole, if they changed this hole up this year to make it just so. It was already such a hard hole and such a score separator, but now it's just. It takes 600 feet off the tee to even give yourself a chance to go for a birdie 3 on this hole, because the tee shot is so demanding. Uphill, over the retaining wall,
Great shot.
pushing.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than what James just did right there.
Yeah, that's ideal.
To be able to have a late turn
With
a distance driver, that's a very skillful shot, and you can see this embankment right in front of us off the tee, and it really is difficult because ideally we'd want to be throwing pretty much at that, so you got to go just above it.
Yeah, it makes the thrower want to keep the disc nose up instead of like level and carrying, so it's really easy to sail away left and out of bounds, or turn your disc over into the rough.
I actually hit that hill right in front of us in one of the rounds last year and did not end up in a good place.
Yeah, I believe that. Definitely not going to be a
you're
good spot.
you're barely trying to get over that to keep one low and pushing forward. Yeah, I like what he did here. I'm thinking maybe they'll try to do something with that hill, because I feel like a lot of people were laying up on their second shot this year, and I don't think that's what Steve meant to do when he
make everyone lay up. Yeah, I know personally I laid up every day and I got my par every day, and I got significant strokes on every person on my card. I never saw one birdie on any of my cards, and I never even saw anyone. I mean, people that went for birdie always bogeyed. So
yeah, I'm sure there were a few. A handful of birdie 3s in the field, and people will always go for this. But I think if they maybe just could kind of somehow chisel down that hill a little bit, it would create some more birdies.
Yeah, you really have to throw such a perfect control angle when you have that hillside.
Cam got a good move, but that might be moving left a little too far.
Yeah, well, good stick though. It's a decent spot, just not going to be in the birdie range unless they throw in. That's about a 450 forehand up here from where they're playing.
Yeah, it's so far uphill, and
it's crazy far.
We're coming into an island green on here, which most of you guys know. It's kind of rectangular shaped island green.
He just snapped a D2 on a full flight, and he's barely getting in.
Yes.
But wow, great kick. That was awesome to see him get all the way there. Full flight in the D2 up there.
Yeah, that was nice. All right, so
His partner's going to
you're
try
in a good spot here.
Similar thing here.
I'm pretty impressed with Cam's forehand. It's
it's coming along.
looking pretty nice. Jared's throws a smooth one too.
Yeah, this looks like a little more pure, skipping under the basket. They both have really good forehands. Wow. Looks like Nick's gonna try forehanding up the hill as well. Ooh,
That might be a little too straight, I think.
Yeah, that was juiced. Holy crap. Spectators are in the way here a little bit. Definitely one of the best greens and finishing greens in all of disc golf to sit and watch and yell at players coming in and watch final putts.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I mean,
so much fun.
As players, when we come up this green, there's usually a gallery of a couple hundred people right behind the green. It just kind of adds to the to the pressure of the shot and also just the
professionalism of the
yeah.
event. Yeah, it's just super fun. Everyone hanging out on the balcony, that's really awesome too to see.
And when you're playing on 16 and 17, you can kind of hear the roars from people attacking the green, and you can hear the cheers for the cars in front of you. It's pretty cool.
Wow, Josh is sneaked by that tree, but he's gonna BOB over the rock wall. Need James to throw a pretty clutch shot here with a. Looks like he's going JK AVR or JC AVR.
Oh, that looks nice.
Ooh, wow.
Is that too far?
Oh, wow.
Oh, yes.
Barely inbounds in the corner. Not much.
I love
room
James,
left to
but I
work
kind
with.
of was rooting for that to get out so we could get Jared and
Yeah, they still got
get Jared and Cam a skin.
They got a 28-footer, but you know, for these guys, that's not much. Not as big of a gallery as there will be here in a few days. This event. Yeah, no problem for Josh. Buries that one in the bottom of the bucket.
There you go with the.
Just picks up his competitor. It looks like he was eager to tap that in, but it's all right.
Nice. So we got a push on hole 18. So I imagine we're gonna go to hole 1 and play a CTP, which is what they usually do for the skins match. So we're gonna have that same throw over the lake, and it's in a position that's very attackable for all these guys. So I imagine someone's gonna put it pretty close.
Yeah, 355. I wonder if we're playing a shorter pin. No, it looks like we're still at the top of the hill here. Through the main gates. James going Thunderbird again. Getting a lot more turn on it this time than he got last time.
Yeah, I think that's gonna have to start coming back quick.
It's going to be gliding out too far for him.
Okay, well he's at least in bounds. Now Josh can put more of a hyzer on it and try to attack the basket.
Yep, throwing a lot faster disc here. Probably going to have more height. A little wider right. Yep.
Flip that up. There we go.
Oh, perfect. This looks really nice.
I don't hate it. Come on.
It's gotta sit, I think.
Yeah, that's crushed though. Wow, he has really put a move on that one.
That's a good drive for the long pin.
Yeah. Nick, who threw a really good shot on this in the first hole. See if he can follow it up. Ooh, looks like an early release. It's not going to be too close to the basket, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm sure he wanted to flip that thing up and just didn't have quite enough on it, but
Chris should have his back here. It's good at these pressure situations.
And Chris shanked it.
okay.
Ooh, wow.
That looks good. Can get left.
Gotta start moving.
It might be closest so far.
Yeah, it almost seems like the wind has switched to more of a direct tailwind because these guys are really pushing straight and left.
And that has got too much hyzer on it. That's not going to be CTP. So let's see if Cam can come through here and
Yep,
give these
Cam.
guys some money.
Come on. He's got a lot of highlights. This is the last one here to stack up some money. Going with old Pinky. This looks like
it's
it's
got too much
fading as
hyzer
well.
too.
Everyone is falling victim to this tailwind, it looks like.
That might be closest though. We'll have to see who takes it. And it looks like they might be walking it off.
Yeah, I don't know if that was... Oh, that was
Yeah,
Cam? Wow.
Cam and Jared, I think they got the pity CTP.
Wow. They're going to give it to him here. It looks like they're about... I don't know if anyone's in circle 2 even, but they're going to
Good
take
for
it.
them. So you can see Nick Masters and Chris Dickerson winning over $1,200, playing great. All these guys really played well, but they're going to take the lion's share. And we hope you guys enjoyed this coverage. It's been a pleasure doing this with you, Noah, and we'll see you guys out on the road soon.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.